In a place where chickens roam the beach, whales wave hello, crabs cross the roads from dusk until dawn, try not to hit one.
Oh, got him.
Oops, sorry. Coconuts are life and the cookies welcome you into their hearts and home. The Cook Islands really is the place to take all of your stresses away and a place to log off from the world and really immerse yourself in a simple and satisfying island life. We spent 12 days exploring Rarotonga and Atutaki, from the beautiful coastline and turquoise waters to the hiking trails up in the mountains. Cook Islands is one of the most picturesque places we've ever been to, and we want to share with you this unknown, untouched, perfect piece of paradise in all its glory. Welcome to part 1 of our Rarotonga tour. So we've just landed in Rarotonga, and first impressions, probably one of the first things I notice is just, compared to Sydney, how calm and just how quiet it is. And there's no traffic lights. We almost did a whole loop, didn't we, today in the car, in the hire car? Yeah.
Picked up the hire car, no maps, no phone service initially.
Yeah.
No idea where we're going. Just
no idea. We just jumped straight
on the
in the
road
car.
And drive. Did almost a full lap or a full loop of the island. It took only 45 minutes.
And it's pretty flat, like the terrain is pretty flat to get around the island, so it's easy. You could definitely ride around it, I guess, on a scooter, a bike.
Easy. Yeah, it's very flat. It's like
very
no
flat.
hills, just one flat road all the way around the edge of the island.
Yeah. It's good to get away from the Sydney, it's such a rat race at the best of times, and to come to an island like this. We're currently at the Castaway Resort, and we're having a drink at the Wilson's Beach Bar.
Sunset happy hour.
Sunset, it's happy hour. We just landed an hour and a half ago, so I think we deserve to give ourselves a little reward. But just absolutely amazing. We've got the water just in front of us.
Gonna watch the sunset.
And grab some dinner. After our first night in Rarotonga, our first full day took us onto the Raro quad tours. These are run at the same time as the buggy tours run by the same company. As the buggy tours were fully booked out during our 2-week stay, we opted for the quad tours and we were not disappointed. The tour takes you through many back roads that cars and scooters can't get to, and it's a great introduction to some of the history and culture of the Cook Islander people.
Here, this is actually known as Vaiakura, okay? This river here was actually used for one of the wars that had happened here on our island, okay? Now, you two are going off to the Highland Paradise tomorrow. This is the story that they're going to be talking about.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, with the war that had taken place here on our island, is to do with 2 of our 3 villages. Okay, back in the days, we were split up into a total of 3 villages, which are now located on the northern, the southern, as well as the western side of our island.
Well, I'm not going to reveal too much, apart from you definitely get to end on a high by finishing the tour at Wigmore's Waterfall. However, for the rest of the journey, all I can say is totally recommend. So check out the quad and buggy tours. They cost around $150 New Zealand per person on a quad, or $175 per person on a buggy when driving on your own. Or you do have the option to book as a couple. This can be booked online, so be sure to book in advance as seats are limited and, as we found, generally booked out for weeks, even months. So we are on day 2 of our Cook Islands holiday, and today where are we off to?
Ikarangi. It's a mountain. Not too sure at the moment.
We think we found the right walking track.
Yeah.
It was we got lost a little bit.
No signs. So.
But that's all part of the journey, right? We're on Cook Islands, not a lot of signage for places in terms of the summits. Ikarangi is one of the 4 major peaks of Rarotonga in the Cook Islands. It has an elevation of 485 metres above sea level and overlooks the capital of Avarua and the village of Matavira. The peak is climbable by a trail and the track is quite steep. You will find in wet weather the track becomes quite slippery. Take note, there are ropes required as well, and they are laid as you climb higher, and the bush along the track as well as the tree canopy is quite thick. As with any hike, the higher you get, the more the views will reveal themselves.
Walk up was different, crazy. Oh, not crazy, just pretty rough at times. Terrain is almost non-existent. A couple of times I was close to my end with heights, not being a fan of heights. There was a few little bends that were pushing my limits. It's hard work. I'm pretty wet from sweat here. Yeah, but it's been 1 hour 20 minutes, 2.8 k's up, and we're at the top.
What would you say is the level of difficulty for the trek up?
The trek up, I would say, actually is difficult. If you've never walked before, this wouldn't be the one for you. It starts off easier on a like a fire road or like a fire access road, little dirt road. That was good. And then it was through lots of rough jungle terrain, up some ropes at times to pull yourself up rocks, across a few little creeks. Yeah, still got to get down.
So, as they say, when you climb Mount Everest, it's a choice to get up, but you must get down. You have no choice. You have to get down. So, we're about to start the trek down. Lots of that going down.
Okay, so we did 4.92 kilometers. We did that in 2 hours 32 minutes, and the total incline was 283 meters. That's it.
Join us next week as we take you on part 2 of our 5-part series of Rarotonga and Atutaki, exploring all things Cook Islands. We'll show you our favourite places to eat, more adventurous hiking trails, and of course, the best places for snorkeling and swimming. See you then!